let us start today's session with NCERT textbook questions from Structure of an Atom, question number 40 onwards. In the Rutherford experiment, generally a thin foil of heavy atoms like gold, platinum, etc. have been used to bombard by the alpha particles. If thin foil of light atoms like aluminium can be used, what difference would be observed from the above results? See, they are asking in the Rutherford experiment, they are using heavy atoms like gold and platinum. If suppose a thin foil of light atoms so like aluminium, if we use, can we use first of all? If we use, what difference would be observed? That is the question. See, first and foremost, gold foil they are using because gold, it is gold because it's more malleable, more malleable. More metals are generally more malleable and ductile. So here comparatively, here they mentioned heavy atoms. So gold and platinums are heavy atoms, so it is more malleable and ductile. That is the first point. And second point, repulsion. So repulsion between heavy nuclei and alpha particle. He- Heavy nuclei and alpha particle, it's greater than light nuclei and alpha particle. Okay, so this is another difference. So repulsion, generally where the repulsion will be, the deviations of alpha particle only you are seeing that what is it, angle, more angles or less angles. Through that only we can identify. So in that way, repulsion between heavy nuclei and alpha particles will be greater. So greater deviation, greater angle of deviation you will get it comparatively light nuclei of alpha particle. Then third point, so aluminium, it's a light atoms, light nuclei. They themselves they mentioned. So aluminium, it is a less, that means a light nuclei. Suppose if you are using that light nuclei, the deviation will be lesser. So deviation will be less comparatively like what it is, gold, gold or platinum. So these are the 3 points you can provide. Hope you got a clear idea about that. First and foremost, gold, platinum are more malleable. And the second point, repulsion between heavy nuclei and alpha particle, it is greater deviation than light nuclei of alpha particle. And the third one, aluminium. Yes, suppose if you are using aluminium, the deviation will be less comparatively gold or platinum. Why they are using gold or platinum? Because it is a heavy nuclei. So heavy nuclei and alpha particle will be greater repulsion. That means great deviation. Angle will be more. That is what they mentioned. Hope you got a clear idea about this question and what purpose and why can't we use aluminum like light metals, like light atoms. Why what purpose we are using gold and platinum? Hope you got a clear idea. Yes, let us go for the next question. Now the next question, 41. Symbols 35, bromine 79 and bromine 79 can be written, whereas symbol 79, bromine 35, that means 79 it's coming down. 79, bromine 35 and bromine 35 are not acceptable. Answer this question. Reason. First and foremost, here X, it is an element. You know very well. Element. And here Z it has mentioned, here A it has mentioned. Z, it is a atomic number. Atomic number. And A, it is it's a mass number. Mass number. Mass number means proton, proton plus neutron. Neutron. But atomic number means only proton. Okay, now come to this point. Here they mentioned bromine 3579. Here we can write like this also, bromine 35 and 79. This is a mass number, right? Mass number. So mass number means what it is? Proton plus neutron. So that means the mass number will be more. Comparatively, atomic number. Atomic number, what it is? Only proton. So definitely this number and this number comparatively atomic number will be less than the mass number. And moreover, always this is the symbol to write that an element. X is an element, Z is an atomic number, A it's a mass number. This is the rule you have to write. Like in chemistry equation, how you are writing? Reactant gives product. Like this only we are writing and you are giving that arrow mark symbol. Okay, in that way only, that is a rule. How to write it? This is a X element, so bromine is an element and A it is a mass number. Mass number means protons and neutrons, so definitely it will be more. Comparatively atomic number, it is less because it's only proton. So this is the way you are writing. Suppose if you are writing like this means, so on the top it has mentioned what it is. Mass number. So mass number 35 is the mass number of bromine. Or atomic number 79 is that atomic number of bromine. No, both are wrong. So according to that respective places only you have to put the correct manner. I hope you got a clear idea why you have to follow this. Why can't you write like this? I hope you got a clear idea about this question and how to write that, what it is, element and its a symbol of atomic number and mass number. Yes. Now the next question. An element with mass number 81 contains 31.7 percentage more neutrons are compared to proton. Assign the atomic number. See, this question, proton number they did not provide. That's what we have to find out. Indirectly they mention assign that atomic number. And the neutron number they have given the percentage wise, that also they have given that comparison way. 31.7 percentage more neutron compared to proton they mentioned. So mass number only they provided. So mass number, actually generally mass number means mass number, number of proton plus number of neutron. So number of protons plus number of neutron only is the mass number. Okay, number of proton equal to what it is. Let us keep it as a X because that is only we have to find out indirectly atomic number. So number of neutrons, actually here also number of neutrons they did not provide exactly. They mentioned the percentage more neutron compared to proton they mentioned. So X plus X into 31.7 by 100. Can we write it like this? So mass number, what it is? Mass number in this what they provided, 81. So 81 is equal to number of proton plus number of neutron. That is number of neutron. We can keep it as X into 31.7. X divided by 100. Shall we keep it in this way? Now let us calculate this. So here in this point, here 100 into 81. So 8100 equal to here 2x. So 200x plus here 31 point x, right? Okay, so in this 31.7x, sorry, 31.7x, right? Okay, now here 200x plus 31.7x, let us keep here 231.7x equal to 8100. So that means 231.7x equal to 8100. Therefore, x equal to 8100 divided by 231.7. What is the answer you will get? 34.95. So 34.95, we can keep 35 equal to 35. So what is it exactly? What is it atomic number? Atomic number. Atomic number only they are asking. So atomic number X is that atomic number as well as proton. Proton is also known as atomic number. Right. So atomic number or number of protons. Number of protons equal to how much? 35. Then number of neutrons. Number of neutrons. So number of neutrons, how can you calculate it? Mass number. Mass number minus proton. You will get neutron value. Right? That is the formula, no? How can you calculate that number of protons? Mass number minus proton. That means mass number minus atomic number or atomic number. Atomic number. So atomic number what it is? 35. Mass number what it is? 81. Here in this sum only they have provided. So 81 minus 35, you are getting 46. So 46 is the number of proton. So what is an element? It has mentioned. So bromine, here 35 and here what it is? 81. Let us write like this also. Like last sum what it has mentioned. Here also bromine 35 and 81, like this also we can write. I hope you got a clear idea how to find the sum. And yes, let us go to the next question. Now let us check another question. An ion with mass number 37 possesses has 1 unit of negative charge. If the ion contains 11.1 percentage more neutrons than electron, find the symbol of the ion. See here, they have given very clearly X is an element, Z is an atomic number, A is the mass number, and one negative charge also it's available in this. So you have to find out what are they. Yes, fine. Now in that what it is, mass number equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons, right? So in this point actually number of protons is equivalent to number of electrons, but here they mention possesses 1 unit of negative charge. So that means number of protons equal to x minus 1 shall we keep. X is an electron, so in that x always, because here 1 electron will be 1 unit is higher, so x minus 1. And number of neutrons will be x plus 11.1 divided by 100x here. So mass number 37, right? Mass number 37 is equal to x minus 1 plus x plus 11.1 x divided by 100. So here let us calculate in this way. So here 100 into 37, so 3700 equal to here x 2x, that means 200x minus here 100 plus 11.1x, right? Okay, now here when we are writing like this, 200x plus 11.1x or 211.1x equal to 3700 when we come this side. So 3800. So x equal to, here x mentions number of electrons. See here x minus 1. So number of protons is what it is? Number of electron from that minus 1. So that means x it is number of electron. Please remember. So number of electron x is equal to what it is? Here 3800 divided by 211.1. So you will get 18. Right? So here number of electron equal to 18. Number of proton, one unit will be less, right? So number of proton 17. Right? Mass number equal to 37. So number of proton is also known as what it is? Atomic number. Atomic number. Right? Okay, now number of neutrons. Number of neutrons. Number of neutrons is equal to what it is? Mass number minus atomic number. Atomic number. Right? So that means here 37 minus 17. How much you will get? 20. So number of neutrons will be 20, number of protons will be 17, number of electrons will be 18. So what is it exactly? Ion. What is it? Ion. Cl 1 minus negative charge, and here what it is? 1737. Or we can write it like this way: chlorine minus charge 1737. We can write like this also. Negative charge, it's a mandatory because they mentioned very clearly. Yes, you got it? Next question. Now let us check another question. An ion with mass number 56 contains 3 units of positive charge and 30.4 percentage more neutrons than electron. Assign the symbol of the ion. See, here they mentioned very clearly X, and it has 3 more positive charge, 3 units of positive charge. And here also Z is an atomic number, A is the mass number, and X is an element. So this is the way you have to find out. So here mass number equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons. See, here in this point, number of electrons, we can keep it as a x. Number of electrons, we can keep it as a x. Why? Because here 3 units are there, no. So, number of protons. Number of protons equal to x plus 3. Right? X is an electron. So, number of protons, x plus 3. And number of neutrons same as it is. So here x plus, here what is it? They mentioned 30.4 by 100x. Okay, now let us calculate here mass number equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons. So mass number here what it is? 56 equal to x plus 3, number of protons, plus number of neutrons, x plus 30.4 by 100x. Right? Okay, so that means here how do we calculate it? 5600. This 56 into 100, 5600 equal to here 2x, no? So 200 plus 300, 200x plus 300 plus 30.4x. Okay, so that means here in this point, how can you mention? So 5600, 5600 equal to 200x. Yeah, let us bring it this side. 200x. So 230.4x. 200x plus 230.4x. So 230.4x equal to what it is? 5600 minus 300. So that means what it is? 5300. Here 300, here 600. So 5300. Okay. So here x equal to 5300 divided by 230.4. How much you are gaining? You will get 23. So x is what it is. X already we mentioned, x is electron. So x is an electron. So number of electrons equal to 23, and 3 units will be higher, right? 3 units of positive charge. So number of protons, so 23 plus 3, so that means here you will get 26. So number of protons is also known as what it is? Atomic number. Atomic number. So atomic number what it is? 26. And mass number what it is? 56. What is the symbol of the element and ion? Here ion, Fe. Here what it is? 26 atomic number or number of protons, and mass number 56, and 3 more positive charge. Okay. So, and number of neutrons, that is very important. Number of neutrons. So how to calculate number of neutrons? A minus Z. I just mentioned A minus Z. What it is? A is the mass number minus number of protons, atomic number. So you will get 56 minus 26. You will get 30. So number of neutrons will be 30, number of protons will be 26, and number of electrons will be 23. See here also number of protons is not equivalent to number of electrons because they mentioned 3 units of positive charge. So generally number of protons is equivalent to number of electrons only. But ions, if we consider, more or less it will be. So according to that positive charge and negative charge. Yes, hope you understand this point, how to identify according to that. Yes, fine. Now let us go for another question. Now let us check another question. Arrange the following type of radiation in increasing order of frequency. Radiation from the microwave oven, amber light from traffic signal, radiation from FM radio, cosmic waves from the outer space, and X-rays. Now, they are mentioning that radiation in increasing order of frequency. Already you know that one point, wavelength increases, frequency decreases. That you please remember. Come on, let's go and find out. The first one, radiation from FM radio, is actually very less frequency. Increasing order only they mentioned. So from smaller to higher. So radiation from FM radio, that is first one. And amber light from, no, radiation from the microwave oven. This is 2. And third one, amber light from the traffic signal. 3. And X-rays. Fourth one. And cosmic waves from outer space. This is fifth one. Okay, now let us write radiation. Radiation from FM radio. FM radio. This is lesser than microwave oven. Microwave oven. Then traffic signal. Signal. I just mentioned the short form. And next one, X-rays. X-ray, then the last one which is remaining, cosmic waves. Cosmic waves. I hope you got a clear idea how to find out that increasing order of that frequency. I think I have given one video in that short way how to identify that waves. You just to check with that. Let us check another question, really interesting. Nitrogen laser produces the wavelength of 337.1 nanometer. If number of photons emitted is 5.6 into 10 to the power of 24, calculate the power of this laser. You know what do you mean by laser? Laser. Light, light amplification. Light amplification by stimulated emission of emission of radiation. This is the abbreviation of laser. LASER. Light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. What do you mean by laser? You will come to know. I hope in physics you have learned well, I think. Okay, come on, let's go for it. First and foremost, emission of one energy of one photon. Energy of one photon, E, that is energy, right? E equal to what it is? General famous formula, hc by lambda, right? So here h, it is a Planck's constant. See, it's a velocity wavelength they have provided. Yes, come on, let's apply that. E equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joules second, right, into 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second divided by lambda 337.1 nanometer. Nanometer is what it is? Into 10 to the power of minus 9 meter. Right? Okay, now this yes and yes, second and second. This is per second and second cancel. And here m and m cancel. Right? Remaining E equal to 5.89 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joule. This only it's remaining. So, and one more thing, it's energy joule. So, this is 19, right? Sorry, 19. Yes, you got. This is energy of one photon. Energy of one photon. Okay, now the next point. Total energy of photon. Total energy of photon equal to energy of one photon. Energy of one photon into emitted photon emitted, that is what it is, number of photons emitted. Number of photons emitted. Okay, so here number of one photons, how much? Number of one photons, they have provided the value. What is that number of photons emitted? One second. So here energy of one photon, what it is? Just now you got that result. 5.89 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joule into what it is? Photons emitted, what it is? 5.6 into 10 to the power of 24. Now you will get the power of the laser. Power of the laser. LASER. What is it? LASER. Light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Yes, what is the power of the laser? Now you got it. 3.302 into 10 to the power of 6 joules per second. This is the answer for this question. Hope you got a clear idea about what is it laser and how to solve. This is very simple. Wavelength, frequency, all those points. If you know the formula, definitely it will be easy. I hope today whatever we have seen these questions, you might have got good idea about these points. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe this channel. Please hit the bell icon so that you will get all the notification. And thank you for watching.